set. And they're off in the Rebel. Dylan is going out for the lead. Super 99 has speed, and there goes title contender sprinting up to put his head in front. Stormy Holiday is just behind them. Will take charge. A 4-wide Oxbow about 5 lengths off the early tempo. Den's Legacy is next, followed at the rail by Texas Bling, who has to take up. Angled off the rail now. Treasury Bill is inside of him. They're followed by Hard Rock 11, and Carb is at the back. Quick tempo being set by title contender. He leads by 2 lengths. The favorite Super 99 gets a perfect trip second. Oxbow into third. Delhomme on the inside fourth. Will take charge between horses. Stormy Holiday just outside of him. Den's Legacy at the rail has 8 to make up. He's followed by Texas Bling. Hard Rock 11 covering Treasury Bill, and another 6 or 7 to carve. A half mile left to go in the Rebel. They're chasing title contender, who's in front by a length. Super 99 now cuts into that margin, though, and Super 99 goes after him around the far turn. Oxbow a length and a half back third. Den's Legacy has made progress on the inside fourth. Delhomme under pressure, losing ground. Will take charge, just went by him. Texas Bling on the inside of Hard Rock 11. Treasury Bill still has a lot of work to do. Carb is out of last. He's picking it up. Stormy Holiday is the trailer. Oxbow makes his move on the outside, and Oxbow puts his head in front as they come to the furlong pole. Will take charge, is closing strongly. Den's Legacy on the inside. Super 99 is under pressure. Oxbow is the leader late. On the inside, Den's Legacy is trying to get to him. Will take charge, running a giant one on the outside. Lucas 1-2. Will take charge, coming at Oxbow. Oxbow will take charge. Will take charge. Gets up to beat Oxbow.
Oh, how about that?
Will take charge.
I played that, you guys. The reason why I played that, Will Take Charge was one of my favorite horses of all time. He ran it. He won the Rebel. I bet him that day, and made a ton of money. I bet him in the Triple Crown. I had him in the Derby. If you watch a replay of the Derby, him and Orb were moving in tandem, and Will Take Charge hit a brick wall and stopped. He was like 17 hands, big ass horse. Needed to get going. He ran terrible in the Preakness, ran terrible in the Belmont. I want to say he lost the Triple Crown races by a combined 60, 70 lengths.
Jeez.
He won 3-year-old horse of the year. So that'll tell you about his summer campaign into the fall. But the Rebel is now 1.3 million. Look, the Derby goes through Arkansas. You just go down the list, grab, go to Wikipedia, whatever, look at the horses that have won the Rebel and the Derby. I mean, usually a horse that is going to run 1, 2, 3 in the Kentucky Derby is going to do well in the Rebel and the Arkansas Derby. So this is a big race. I think we're going to have a couple of Derby starters from this race, and we will be talking about it soon. I see that Justin. The 10. Now I'm trying to decipher this. If you look at 10, does that mean he likes the 10 horse and the Rebel Stakes? I don't know.
It says Rebel pick, yes.
Okay.
Hey, Justin, guess what? That horse is scratched.
If that's what it is. Oh, that's hilarious. You guys, the tour, real quick. First of all, guys, welcome the late, or not the late, great. What am I fucking talking about? Welcome the great Dylan Donnelly. He is AKA Carl Fry. He's joining us today for the Rebel card. And Dylan, you're locked and loaded. You just told me you made a bunch of money on the last race of Santa Anita. You're ready for the big day tomorrow. You're ready for Vegas. Life's good, right?
Yes, life's great.
Okay.
Life's great. Hell yeah.
And Justin is joining us, and we do it for the people. And I don't know where he's at right now. He's probably just, drinking a Truly, whatever. He didn't give out like picks like me, Justin, or me, Dylan, and Mark did, but Justin's going to give his 2 cents if he ever joins in.
Justin, the horse is scratched.
Maybe he's talking about the honeybee or the.
It said Rebel pick.
Oh, does it? This has got to be a joke. It's got to be a joke. He's going to probably tweet something, do a video. I don't know. The NSA Tour ends this weekend. Final weekend for Tour points. Tampa Bay Day 2 tomorrow. I don't know who did what today.
Did anybody that you know play in it?
Yeah.
Why is Justin not there?
There's a couple. And now he likes the 4. Is that his new Rebel pick? Who's the 4? I got Greg Lewis.
Hypnus.
Yeah. Brownfield and Wiener are in Tampa. And that was it. So, yeah, he's biting his nails. Greg Lewis is biting his nails for the Tour right now. Marco, weather. Please tell me it's going to be fast.
It's going to be absolutely beautiful.
Okay, that's all I need to know. That's how I handicapped. I know the weather has been a total shit show down there. You guys got more snow this year than you did in the previous 5 years combined. I thought I heard somebody say that, but I could be wrong. But good. It's going to be nice.
Like that. You know, it's been chilly.
All right.
As long as it's warm when I'm there.
What you guys think of that hockey game the other night? Did you guys watch it?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Well, it was awesome.
Good game. Actually, yeah.
Hot goalie. Canada's goalie was insane. Some of those saves were just unbelievable. You gotta tip your cap. There's a big game on right now. Lakers and Denver. Of course, I'm rooting for Denver. But Dylan, are you a Lakers fan?
I don't watch basketball.
You don't watch basketball, okay?
I'll watch some of the playoff games. Like I'll watch the finals, but
okay.
I'll go to I'm gonna take my son to a game. He likes the Lakers. We'll go to a Laker game later.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Luka's on the team. Maybe he'll.
Yeah, I watched one basketball game this year, and it was his debut.
Luka's debut?
Well, for the Lakers.
Oh, for the Lakers. Okay, you
Yeah.
went in. Oh, you went for that.
But that's cool. Like
he played all right. He played sparingly. They won that game. They won that game. Yeah. All right, you guys. Let's dive into the card. It's a 12 race card, so we really got to get cracking. We're gonna be on here for a minute. The first race is a 3-year. No. Yeah. The first race is 3-year-olds only, going a mile and a 16th. Maybe you have some horses that have some Derby aspirations in here. They're probably getting maybe Triple Crown aspirations. You got a couple of them that are nominated. The picks. I've got the 8. Marco's got the 5 and Dylan's got the 4, and all our backups are different. So that kind of tells you where we're at with this race. So Dylan, your pick is the first one on the list here. The 4 Just Classic. It's 20-1. You got Christian Torres in the irons. What do you like?
Let's see. What do I like here? Well, I mean, the fastest horse on paper is the 7.
Okay.
You're gonna have to beat him. He's kind of, at least the horses who have gone a route, he's definitely faster than them. But the 4 horse, he didn't really, he got steadied early, but he wasn't like slow out of the gate. The jockey was sitting quiet on him throughout the first part of the race. He was moving smooth, but he was legitimately like far back. And he did make up a nice run in there. That Innovator, isn't he? He's in the Rebel.
Yeah, he's a nice horse.
That Dreamin' in Blue is in the Rebel as well. So he came and ran towards the end. In his next race, he legitimately that was a fast pace. That Dreamin' in Blue came back. He was closer to the pace. He didn't stop. There is run in this horse and you're gonna get a big price. Justify, you want to go longer. This horse does have some pace. I don't think he'll be too far out of it, and he's got a good post. He should be saving ground, so that's why I like him.
Okay.
7 horses, one to beat on this paper, but Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I like it. The four, like I said, Christian Torres, 15%. He was the leading jockey last year. He's a good local rider. The company lines are there. And yeah, it's muddied up a little bit. So 20-1, you're going to get your price. Marco, you're on the 5 Shepherd. This is a McPeak runner, but he does not have Le Peru in the irons for this one.
No, Le Peru.
Ryan,
Le Peru went to the 1, and Hernandez went to the 5.
Okay.
And it's weird because Le Peru always rode the 5, and Hernandez always rode the 1. I don't know. I think Hernandez is McPeak's guy, probably the top priority guy. So, and this horse is also coming out of that race with Innovator, where Just Classic also was coming out of. I did watch that replay, and both of them were kind of back there together. Then he switched out to the route, and I don't know, that last race he was kind of like rank, and he was a favorite. He tried to get into the race. It looked like a stressed trip to me, so I'm going to kind of give him another chance at routing.
Okay.
But I did like that first race after kind of a bad start, and he ran pretty good. So
he was 2-1 last time. He had some traffic. That was he can run in this race.
Yeah, he was a little like just
there's traffic,
uneasy, and kind of like he looked like he was just kind of like he wasn't like running pleasantly, I guess I should say.
Okay.
So,
the 3 horse, the Asmussen runner is going to ensure a fast pace stretching out from that 4.5 from last spring. You got a couple other ones stretching out. I like the 8. Last race was a let me refresh this. I don't know why my trip note isn't popping up on here, but the last race was the first race routing for this horse. As you guys know, the Churchill races over there are at a mile or 1 turn. And I'll show you guys the break here for the number 3 in this race.
5 miles goes in.
Crisis Manager. Take a peek here.
We're ready to go.
At the 3. And you're going to see a awkward start there, and it bumped, and his head's all over the place, and now he's
got squeezed badly, had to check sharply off,
just dead last. Squeezed badly, check back. So he's going to gather himself here. He's way out of it. And I'll fast forward a little bit. And he's already on the rail, making a steady little advance.
Will end at the 16th pole. Max got excited. The leader a half length from the Warden. He's right there on the outside going into the turn.
And I thought the Warden's a decent animal.
By a neck. On the outside, the Warden at 1-2, sticking to him. And these two
right here, he looks like he's dead.
Together.
He's done.
Chief Liam has come under a ride right behind them. Third, getting into the 3-path, coming to the top of the lane. The Warden coming to the top of the stretch, goes by Max, got excited. Chief Liam on the outside, making it a good race, though. And here's Chief Liam up to tackle the Warden at the top of the stretch. Chief Liam, grandstand side, going to the front. And the Warden has been collared now and is dropping out of it. The Warden's done. He's just trying to hit the board at this point. It's Chief Liam opening up 2.5 lengths from Crisis Manager. Chief Liam, Manny Escobar.
I mean, to me, that's a good effort. He's going to...
Crisis Manager with a better-than-looked effort second.
He's going to have to run a little faster, obviously. But you can't start like that. I thought the 2 turns were a plus. And it should appreciate a clean trip with another 2-turn racer.
I wanted to give him a shot. He's just, look at this first race. Tough going into the gate. He was slow away from there.
Yeah.
Again, slow in a slow paced race at the beginning, 2 back.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just.
Well,
Hopefully he's good. I mean, they bet him. He's getting bet in all his races,
I thought
somebody's liking him, and he's running at the end.
Yeah, the last race though, I thought he broke clean. He really got kind of sandwiched there, and then he got hit, and then he kind of moved his head around. So maybe I don't know. We'll see. But if I can get a clean break, we're going to extra 16th. That was a short stretch of the mile last time. Who knows? He might have reeled in Chief Liam if he got another 16th. So I I'm going to give him a shot here, 20-1. And Dylan Davis, I just love how he's riding this year. I mean, he's really making a name for himself. He'll have to show me he can do it here at Oaklawn, but he's an up and coming superstar. So, all right, I like all of our picks. We're all over the place there.
That's a maiden race.
Yeah.
It'll kick us off, though. That's the early pick 5, and I don't even know what the betting menu is, but there's probably
18 pick 5s.
There's a few pick 5s today. Race number 2. This is a other than going 6 panels. It's a $130,000 allowance. It's for 4-year-olds and up. And I landed on the rail horse. Marco, that was your backup, but this horse won this condition at Canterbury. It's run well here in the past. You gotta, when I say he won this condition, if it's $24,000 or less, you're cut, then you're eligible for this race. So the race at Canterbury was a $34,000 race. Won that. It's, I guess, less than, if you get a calculator, 60% less than 24,000. So he's eligible for this race. He's run well here. Maybe he can get a nice trip. It's his 5-year-old debut, so I don't know if he's going to need a race or not, but I figure 15-1 with Manny Esquivel, I'll give him a shot. And Mac Robertson is, like our guy, the Barchi Man said, he heats up in February. He's got 2 more wins. He was 0 for whatever going into the last day of January. So now he's starting to heat up. Let's see if we can get Distorted Pro in the winner circle. Marco, you went with my backup, the top pick for you, the 6. Well, I also do like a little bit. Monterey. I did pick this horse last year at 20-1 in the slop when he won that 50,000 on 3 Life.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be a pretty contested race early. So I was basically looking for some runners that come late and pass horses up. And this one won last time out. So he appreciates the track. I think he's in form right now as far as conditioning. And which is why I didn't go with the 1, because the 1 is coming off a little layoff here, so I went with the recency. And there's only like 3 runners in here that are like closers, if you want to even call them closers. But so I'm gonna go with them.
Yeah, I like him. It was my backup. I thought long and hard about putting him on top. He likes the track. He got a little sour last year before he went to Hawthorne and just had a bad couple of months, but that last race was impressive, and he did win a nice race here last year. Dylan, you went with the 3, who is Rowdy Riot, 8-1, Randy Morse with Rafael Bejarano.
Yeah, the speed is going to come mostly from the outside, like 9, 10, 11. I thought that's who's going to be up there. The 2 is going to go. So I think the 3 gets a perfect just behind these horses. He gets a perfect trip. His race at Churchill was pretty fast on the stuff I look at. That was up against a fast pace. And then he ran against Wendelson, who's a pretty good horse, who's really, really sharp. Last time, this Rowdy Riot he broke on the outside. He was against the grain last time. There was a lot of closers did really well in that race, and he was the only one who was near it. Gets a way better post this time. I think he sits right on the rail behind them, and he's ran a fast enough race to win this. I think I'm probably going to bet this race. And the 9, the 9 horse, he ran against Wendelson. This horse looked loaded at the top of the stretch, ran a fast number. I thought that was a really good run. That was his fastest race of his career. They bought this horse for $80K. They thought something of this horse, and drew the outside 2 back. I think that horse is getting into some good form. And
no, that was impressive.
Just don't like being wide, but that Wendelson is doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, and he lost to Taché 2 times in a row as well, who's loves Oaklawn right now and doing really good things. So, yeah, that one's got good company lines. Fast as hell that last race. Look at that, 44-4. And Wendelson, I've said it. He's a Breeders' Cup sprint type horse, at least for the Count Fleet locally for the big graded stake here later on in the year. So, that was a buzzsaw he ran in, against there. So we'll see what happens. I like those picks. I do love your top pick. That's good insight, and we'll see what happens. I'm wide awake. I got off that one. I had double trip note, hammered that horse last time. It was like 10-1 morning line. I got bet down to 3-1. I just didn't like him in this spot today. But I've already made the money on that one. All right. Race 3 is another $130,000 allowance. We're going 3/4. And this is for 4-year-olds and up for fillies and mares. And I go all the way to the outside. Dylan, you're on the inside. You like Ashburn Alley, who makes all the sense in the world. That race right off the bench was really strong to ignore.
Yeah, he was against the grain last time, and he was way on the outside. She tried her ass off. She's ran a faster race than any of these horses have. I think there is pace in here. I think they're going to go a little bit. I didn't like really anybody else. I had a little thing on this Trisha Duncan. What did I have?
Trisha Duncan.
Yeah. First time claim she's 0 for 8, but 4 of them are in the money and at 25-1 and 13-1. I know it's claiming off of Asmussen, but I thought the horse ran nice last time. Just a little thing in here, but I thought I didn't really like any of the prices. I kind of went on the inside. Who thought there'd be some pace and they could close.
Okay, yeah, I like that pick. It's the most likely winner. It's the horse you have to beat. It's going to be hard to beat it. The horse that intrigues me a lot is Brooklyn Drew. I threw that one on top for Chris Hartman. It's going to be super quick out of that gate. It has a snappy drill on the 29th of January with a maintenance drill followed up. And, I'm going to be the outside speed. And it's going to, it's either going to get to the front and keep going, or it's going to have to show me it can rate. I think this horse is super fast. I don't know a lot about this jockey, but he's got 453 starts.
They ran together once, and he was 9-2, and he ran 7th together.
Okay, and he's only got one start here. So I don't know where Hartman got this guy from. Maybe he's from Louisiana or something. But I don't know. That race 2 back was really quick, and at least on numbers, and it's fast early. So we'll see. It's working good. It's making its 4-year-old debut. We haven't seen this one, for 11 months. It's probably more mature. He's got, the confidence to run it in this spot. It's a big price. So 11-1 for me. If the one wins, fully understandable. Marco, you're thinking outside of the box here with the 5 Tiffany Twist for Tom Amos, Dylan Davis, and they're adding the hood.
It's kind of like a horse for course angle. Also, it's out of the Ingrid Mason barn and into a new barn. He just claimed it, and he's like, "What the heck? Let's run it here." You're definitely gonna have to improve, because he won she won a claiming 16 and a claiming 20 here at the track. And now you're in the expensive allowance races. So you're going to get a lot more better runners. But if he likes them here, a little bit of equipment change. And I think this one could hopefully sit just like off the pace a little bit. I don't want to see her like way back there.
She'll be back there.
Yeah, well,
She probably will be, but
I mean, yeah, well, I mean, the early time form. If Justin would get on, he'll tell us all about those early time form numbers that he loves.
She'll
Yeah,
be
70
back.
early, 96 late. I mean, my pick is definitely going to be in front of this one.
well, yeah, I
But
just don't want to see her in dead last. It's hard to, man, it's hard to reel in the whole field from last unless you're a super horse, and I don't think she's a super horse at all. But mid pack, give me mid pack.
well, I'll give you this. I'll give you this. 2 wins at the track, a 7-time winner. So it likes to win. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
she's the eldest out of this group. A lot of these are 4 and 5-year-olds. She is 7, with a lot more starts, experience, and all that too. So
yeah,
it might go somewhere.
it may be an underneath play for me. I wouldn't put it on top personally, but it would have to run its fastest race, I think, to win. And who knows? Maybe it could. I don't know. The 10 is your backup. It's 7-2. It looks like a formidable play on top. It likes the track. It's Mike Maker and Erad Ortiz.
Yeah, quick horse. It's no stranger to Oaklawn or anything like that. So,
yep.
Erad's in town, so fuck, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. So you got Bombs Away on top. I've got Bombs Away on top with the 1 underneath. Dylan's gonna take the money and run. Can't blame him. Let's move on to race 4. Race 4, we got early stakes action, man. We got the carousel, $150,000. This is for fillies, fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, 6 furlongs. And this race here, me and Marco have our picks flip-flopped. We all like the 1. Dylan's got the 3 on top. Dylan, actually, Marco, you're on the rail. Tell us about Benedetta, whatever his name is.
I mean, this just looks like a winner to me. Everywhere way I looked at it, and I was trying to look for somewhere else, but I mean, it doesn't matter with Lasix, without Lasix. This horse is good. Got your second off the layoff. Just won the American Beauty. Asmussen is not riding, but he's training. So huge chalky.
I have a horse like that later.
With Flavian Pratt, which was my deciding factor in taking this one over American Band.
Yeah, it's American Band for me on top. And look, she was claimed 2 years ago. Our father did drop a slip on it that day. We got outshook. That 12-5 race you see on May 4th, 2 years ago. She's come back and won a lot of money. She loves the track. The last race, sometimes I don't have a crazy excuse. She did have, maybe it wasn't her day, but she did have her head cocked to the left a little bit when the gate broke. And then, was a little bit wide out there, but I don't know. I think she's going to run one of her better races. I think Haran will have her, psyched up and pumped up for this, and she'll run one of her better numbers. We'll see if that's good enough to win her biggest. I don't know what her rags look like. I'm sure you have that information there, Dylan, but she's got an 83 lifetime best buyer speed figure. She loves this track. She's got 7 wins in 10 lifetime starts here with 3 seconds. She's never been out of the exacta. She's a stakes winner here. I'll take 10-1 on American Band all day long. Dylan, the 3 is, that race at Fairgrounds kind of jumps off the page. It had some California speed moving in, so you know a lot about this animal. Tell us about Justique.
Yeah, I've always thought this horse would be a late running sprinter. This horse always had talent. I just never thought has a good run, but just can't sustain it. And I just thought that always would be sprinting would be better. So if they're going to go in here, the 4 is going to go, the 5 is going to go, the 6 is going to go. I do think they go. I hate closers like in big deep, but that she's talented. She's got class, and if Cherie DeVoe's got this horse figured out. It's fun. American Band actually got a tick faster on the rags last time.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Vendetta, hasn't really gotten any faster, I'd say, but she's going to get a good perfect trip in behind. Pratt doesn't. If nobody breaks, he's going. If they go, he's going to sit perfect.
Right.
Yeah, that's I don't know what that last field was okay.
Well, Taxed, I don't know, is probably over
Taxed
the hill.
is going. Taxed isn't the Taxed from before.
Right. Taxed is
Fibber is not what the horse was at its prep at its time. So horse didn't get faster. I'm a little worried about that. And if this horse gets bad, but maybe the horse was short. I don't know. Short and wins that as fast as she's usually been. That's cool. But
that was a. I mean, the number's low, no doubt about it, compared to what she's been running, and the time. I mean, 112 flat is kind of slow anywhere. I mean, but then again, maybe it didn't have to do much to beat that field. But yeah, I'm going to try. I mean, the 3 looks like a monster, second off the layoff, big number already. And American Band for me, just because of the, I've won a lot of money on this horse at Oaklawn. And
the old saying, ass moose and jockey never gets the best out of the horse.
Okay. So you're saying obviously Pratt moving in. Yeah. I mean,
I faded the ass moose and jockeys all year and thankfully so. I mean,
right.
They're on a lot of good animals, and they just haven't been.
Because they're 6'3".
they're like Ichabod Crane out there.
like
6'3", look like Ethiopian. To make weights tough. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the next race I have Keith Asmussen. Like, all right, well, whatever.
Yeah, he could ride a little bit better.
Well, I like our picks. I think one of us are going to win this race, and we'll see who it's going to be. To close out the early pick 5, we have a doozy. It's a maiden special weight. You go from a stake to a maiden special weight. It's 3-year-olds only, going 3/4. And we are kind of all over the place here. Me and Dylan both like the 7 as our, backup B play, but Marco, start us off with the 4. You have Secret Legend at 15-1, and you got our girl Har on there. 0 for 52. Is this the day?
This is
for
the
Robert
day.
Klein that she.
This is the day. This will be the first and only time I select her all year, more likely. Because all I do is, I rag on them all the time, and 0 for 52. I don't know. I thought this horse could be pretty quick. I mean, the times that he was running in were, pretty good against some pretty good horses. Versus a lot of these other ones that are, the times were some of the races were fast, but they didn't perform that well on them. This one actually hit the board a couple times and was out with just 5 lengths last time. Versus some of these other ones running against some of the better times, they were like, double-digit lengths out. So, Kelsey Har, maybe, hey, look, she's familiar with the horse. That's all I can say. It's a straight-up bomb, and we're going to get more than 15-1. If this thing can just, somehow break out and be near the lead, maybe, just maybe, he can carry her all the way home.
Yeah, it seems like Har got this one into a lot of traffic and those other races. The last race, not much on the comments for traffic, but 2 back, that was a pretty quick race. Dreaming of Blue was in there, and It says here we had traffic at the 7/16s.
That-
Way on the
that horse has
outside.
that horse has ran fast numbers. Like that horse is going to be a price, and if you're betting, you definitely should use the 4. I agree.
Yep,
Fucking
there you
Harlow.
go. That
I mean,
stamp of approval from Dylan Donnelly,
I
who
agree.
knows what he's talking about. So 15-1, throw it in your try, throw it on top, throw it in your second slots, third slots. Marco, you're going to have it on top. And it's obviously a play to close out your horizontal for the pick 5.
would be nice.
The 12, Dylan, is Oil Capital. It's a bomb at 20-1. I mean, okay. Tell us what you like.
All right. What do you guys think Asmussen is? His first time starters, maiden special weight, sprinting at Oaklawn. First time.
Like this year
Last
or
5 years,
last 5 years? First time starters
Maiden
sprinting.
special weight, sprinting at Oaklawn.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
say like 12%.
I'm going to say 17%.
7%.
Oof.
With 21% in the money out of 67 tries. That's not that good. But so this horse was 15-1 on the morning line. Showed pace, was up on the pace. That's fine. I just need to know that the horse can run a little bit. Second time starters with Asmussen, same second time starters, sprints, maiden special weight. He's got 45 of those, 27% win, 44% in the money. So his horses definitely go, they're improving second start sprinting. And then when you look at it even more, the horses, when they don't have a layoff, so they're like within 5 weeks of their debut, it's 33% win, 56% in the money. So, the horse comeback has 2 works. I hate the outside post, but this horse has got some pace. And, if those stats mean anything, if the horse will be tighter, this horse can be a huge price. But I watched the works on this cornucopia, and that horse, that Baffert horse looks pretty good. That horse moves pretty nice. I mean, they spent fucking a few pennies on the horse, so
Yeah.
price, man.
Yeah.
So, but it's
The
like,
rich get richer. That's the law of the
but
land.
would you be shocked? Like the horse is probably gonna be really good, good. But if the horse runs once a banger and then never runs again, like you'd be like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it happens.
Make it a backyard
but
stud.
the 8-10's got pace. I don't know. It's I'm interested to see how they bet this race. I don't really, because I'm against the 1, I'm against the 2, and those horses are going to get prices. They're going to get bet, so I might have to bet this race with the Baffert and Marco's horse and the 12. So,
all right.
Oh, you like a firster? I'll use.
I like a firster. I've got a replay. I've got a work for us to look at, and this is Zero Sugar's work. Last work, the really nice bullet move here. It worked with a horse that has 0 sugars on the inside. Worked with a horse that is a 5-year-old that has made $243,000. So it's no slouch. And I just thought this was a really good professional move on the rail out of the gate. And it's a twirling candy, maybe turf down the line. I don't know, but it's working. They can run on dirt. And Cipriano Contreras, this one has a half that is a stakes placed and lost by a neck in its debut. So I don't know. I'm not a clocker. I don't know really what I'm looking at. All I know is that horse on the outside is pretty good, and it beat it rather easily here.
This is his first time having a first-time starter at Oaklawn in the last 5 years.
Contreras?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's built up the barn. He used to be a apprentice underneath Mike Rivas up in Chicago. Man, he's expanded out, and now he's getting nicer horses. But I thought this was a good morning work against a good stablemate, and that bullet move caught my eye, and I wanted to.
Where do you get these works? Where did you see that workout?
That workout is on Oaklawn's website.
Oh, nice.
So you can type in the name's horse, the name of the horse, and then it'll pull it up. Now, all the works won't come up, but some of them can, and I'm glad this one was. It also worked a snappy. It doesn't show that it's quick, but it was 19 out of 116, 50 flat on a slow surface on January 28th. A little maintenance drill after that, and that was a good snappy 47-1 out of the gate. So 180 grand, 15 to 1, zero sugar for me with a nice barn. And Esquivel, Marco, you love Esquivel.
Yeah, no, he's awesome. He's a good hell of a jockey.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought it was worth noting that and taking a peek at it. So I went there, and then the Baffert runner, I mean, I threw it second. So I got the two firsters. I'm going to have to piggyback with some horses with recency. I'll go with, the 4 and the 12 as well. But those are my picks. Tom said, I was asking about Delorme, or whatever his name is. He's been riding since 01, 1,100 wins. Took about 4 years off, came back last year at Fonner and in Oklahoma. Okay.
Nice.
That explains that. I was interested hearing about that jockey. All right, so let's see if Zero Sugar can do something with the Baffert firster. And then Dylan's got the 12. And Marco, you're sneaky.
Kelsey Har.
Well, Kelsey Har is going to have to outride Pratt and all these guys. Okay. God bless her.
Oh, gotta make it fun.
Yeah.
If she wins that, I'm going to do a backflip on the apron at Oaklawn.
A backflip, huh?
Here, if she wins the pick 5 and I hit it, then I am going to try to do a backflip.
No, because you'll kill yourself. Don't try and do a backflip.
I imagine I'd hurt myself.
Dylan, yeah, by the way, I can't wait, Dylan. So Arkansas Derby, I can't wait till you come down.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
It's gonna be a good time. We'll talk about that later. Who's
getting the lead in the 6th race?
The 6th race, who's gonna get the lead? I had a hard time with this. I did have a trip note on a horror. I really like the 3. It has shown more speed, so I'll just dive into this. It was showing speed as a sprinter a couple years ago, and then the speed kind of went away for those 5.5 races. The race 2 back had some weird things going on, but I want you guys to watch the break here from One Giant Leap, the number 3 here. If I can get it up.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Here's Charleston coming up to the outside.
All right, so the 3.
We're ready to go.
Oh.
And they're off. A bad stumble at the break from One Giant Leap, who is away last. Big
Terrible.
City had no problems, gets to the front from Goldbrick, who takes the 2nd position. And
so now you're pretty much, the race is over, right? So let's fast forward.
The first turn run. So pretty much together, and they're still 4 clear of One Giant Leap as they're halfway
We're
home.
still dead last, nowhere to be
16
found.
pole going a mile here. Big City at 7-2, a half length in front of
Here we are.
Goldbrick at 5-2, still right there latched on to them as they go into the 4-turn run. 2 back to Zatara. Silver Heist clearly into 4th now, riding the rail around the 4-turn. Latlong is sent along, 5 off the lead as Lucency is giving way badly. Bourbon Aficionado in midfield now. He's 7 behind under a ride, and the others are well out of it. Top of the lane, Goldbrick is dropping back. Big City has lost the lead to a long shot at 21-1. It's Zatara who comes off the turn with Francisco Arrieta, puts the pedal to the metal, gets to the rail, and accelerates, leads by 2. Big City off the rail in 2nd. Silver Heist in 3rd on the grandstand side. Zatara with a furlong to go. He's still 2.5 clear, and Zatara will spring the upset. Zatara wins it comfortably clear as well.
And it just finishes up okay.
And then Silver Heist.
I want you to watch him gallop out.
The minors.
Justin Dew loves these gallop out, so do I. And you'll see him here on the outside, galloping out real nice. And if you remember that day, Dylan, you picked Zatara at 20-1 that day. I don't know if you remember that.
Of course I remember.
Okay. So anyway, that was the first two-turn race of this horse's career. It lost all chance. I just think it's going to show a little bit more speed if it gets a clean break. I'm not saying it's going to be out in front, but I really like the connections here. Hartman, Gaffleone, and just break clean. It showed you it can run two turns, and it had a really nice gallop out. Just break clean today, and just keep your motor going. 8-1, I'll take it. As far as who's going to get the lead, we could talk about that further
because it's not because this is not a fast pace. This race, I really don't think it's a fast pace. So if you're, I bet maybe the kid on the 6 is going to go. That was a slow paced race last time, but he was up on the pace.
Yeah.
Maybe Jose now has a better post. That horse was against the grain last time. That horse will probably be that horse that gets. I don't think we'll get 10-1.
No, Marco, that's your top pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that last race. I just kind of like I basically drew a line through it, and
nobody made up ground in there. That horse ran really good.
The 12 horse might have to send from way to hell out there with Nick Juarez.
And Nick Juarez is a pretty good gate guy over here right now. I mean, he gets the horses out of the gate.
But yeah, you're right. There's really not a lot of speed.
No. The 4. Sorry.
Yeah, go to the 4. This is your top pick.
Yeah, I mean, the horse broke well last time. That was a good field. The horse who that baddest good boy, whatever, that
nice
horse was running later. I mean, that was a good field in there. Whoever ran third, that Gootston, whatever, that horse
Marco,
came back
Marco picked that horse to win on top last time.
This horse is in some running lines here, and this horse looked loaded around the far turn, and then just kind of he was wide on both turns, but he looked loaded. He was traveling super good, and he just couldn't keep up with those. I wonder if those are just that field is better than these, but he didn't. He got a good respectable number because he was wide, and I think he's faster. He's faster than the 1. They might get aggressive with the 2. But I think he gets like a good, perfect pocket, inside trip, and because that was a good field. Those horses were better than these ones.
Oh yeah, we know these horses well. These are some really nice animals.
Baddest good boy is running in the Razorback later in the card.
Yeah, I mean he's lightly raced and he's undefeated with a huge number last time. So
the 10 is very vulnerable. Like I'm going to be forced to bet this race because I'm against the 10. That horse is vulnerable. He's
yeah. I thought so. I thought so as well. Marco, the 7, we touched a little bit about it. It makes a lot of sense. I do like it as well. I threw it as my second pick. Lamb Beth with Joe Sharp and Jose Ortiz.
Yeah, I actually took this horse last time, and I was kind of like scratching my head just a little bit, and I was a little disappointed, but I'm sticking with him.
Well, look who you ran against. That Sir Grayland should be undefeated over here. That there was a race where they did the Zenyatta route. Actually, it's lost 2 in a row like that. The last race, actually, I had a huge double, and this horse was 14 lengths out and went like 8 wide out there at the top of the lane. I don't know what the hell Le Peru was doing, but that's a nice horse. And
he is. Grayland. Yeah, I got on that horse and he lost. But
all those horses we like should be up close, and I like that. I'm betting this race for sure.
Well, I'm hoping my horse just breaks cleaner. It's run fast before. It showed speed. I mean, look at the Churchill race like 2 years ago in November, a year and a half ago.
That was with Wesley though. That's look at all his speed. That's with Wesley, and now.
Well, that's true, but Hartman is a good horseman. He's a really good local trainer. The guy knows what he's doing. But you're right. I mean, Wesley, he trains for speed, especially good with younger ones. He's probably had this one obviously running out of the box, and you can tell. Voided claim before, a couple years ago, but I don't know. That break was terrible. It did show me it'll appreciate 2 turns. Just don't stumble bad like that, and spot the field 14 lengths. We'll be fine. Was my
Wow,
thinking.
they said Brett Wiener won the Tampa contest and probably the tour.
Holy shit, he did.
Wow.
Oh my God, Greg Lewis. Wait, time out. I thought it was a 2-day event.
Well, yeah. Well, he probably, yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so we'll have to find out. Yeah, Greg Lewis.
Welcome to the getting passed on the last fucking day for the tour part.
Yeah, that happened to you. Should we dive into that?
Take a seat right here. Take a seat right here, buddy. You want to smoke a cigar together? And
hey, that was a tournament that you won. There's
I did.
If you guys look at my thumbnail, we took that photo at Tampa. Dylan won the whole tournament.
Oh, it was Friday, Saturday, the contest.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. It was a 2-day. Yeah, he won the tournament. Wow, poor Greg.
That's so sick.
He was trying to wire the field. Wow.
That was the last. That was the last tournament with points.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, if Greg can win something online, maybe he can come back. But
is there a horse players one tomorrow? I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of people in it.
Everybody's gonna be playing that.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
Oh man, I tell you,
the
last day. So anyway, yeah, we got some good picks here. I like all these picks. So yeah, make note, guys. We all like the 7 sprinkled in there, but Dylan's got the 4, I got the 3, and we all like the 7. So Marco, you did we mention the 6 nullify? I think we should mention it because this is one that we had last time and it won for us. And Dwayne Lucas has this one in good form at 3-1. At the very least, with the bug, a saver on a at least as a B or so on your horizontal wagers or underneath at the very least. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to throw this horse out. It's in great form.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to throw it out. I would hate to throw this horse out and have it win, but I'm against it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you like the 7 a little bit more. The price is better. So, okay. Race 7 is another big purse, $131,000. We're going 3/4, 4-year-olds and up for colts and geldings. And hey, there's our guy, Frankie Carbone from Goodfellas. He's in the meat locker. He's in the 1 hole.
Yeah.
Dylan, I don't have one of your picks yet. So you were still mulling it over. I'll dive into my 9 until you tell me what you like, and then I can put it in there. I don't have much to add outside. I'm going to go with Runaway Jack here. That was a year and a half layoff, and well, maybe not quite a year and a half, but it was a long layoff, well over a year. And that was a good race against Bohemian Bow. Tringo's ran a monster in there and should be tightened up even more in this spot. And like we mentioned earlier, Mac Robertson's heating up. And Harry Hernandez, who won a lot of races with us, with Carl Broberg, aboard Lady J. I think he won like 3 in a row with her or something like that. 3-4 races. He's got good hands. He's a good Texas jock, He's done well here. 9%, don't let that fool you. He's a much better rider than that. So I went with Runaway Jack. I don't have too much more to add there. It's 0 for 5 here at Oaklawn, but 4 out of 5 in the money, including 3 exacta finishes. Marco, the 10 just to the outside is Ninja Warrior. Ran a huge race last time against Devil's Tower, who's been a monster. If you click on Devil's Tower, I want to say, was there a triple-digit number? No, but it did get a 99 buyer speed figure. I don't know what the rag looks like, but Devil's Tower has been running monster races here, and Disco Ball's been good for Jacobson.
I think
you split that field.
I think Ninja Warrior. I mean, this is a horse I think is coming into this race in perfect form. All systems go. Can win, off the lead or on the lead. If they want to give it to him, fine. If not, that doesn't matter. I think this is his race. If they don't win this race, then I don't know, because everything is primed for him to run a monster.
Well, it's got good company line since the layoff last year, where it ran against Payne last year, who was much better last year than this year, even though Payne's still winning in a different barn. And Invulnerable was in that race 2 back, who is in this race as well, and should be able to hopefully flip the tables on that one, who looks like he had some traffic issues in there. But makes a lot of sense. The 3 is our backup pick. We both like the 3. 3 is, I wanted to put this horse on top. We have a trip note on this horse. It was pinballed pretty bad at the break last time, and it was last away, and it likes to show a lot of speed. This is one of those tricky things where the morning line, maybe it might be an overlay. 2-1 just kind of turned me off. But if it was 5-1, 4-1, I'd probably pick it on top. But it did have a legitimate issue in that last race. I'll just show the beginning of the race. We don't have to watch the whole thing. But if you look at
you round out the
5 here,
again, Ricardo Santana Jr. That's it.
You'll see it get pinballed pretty good here.
And
boom, 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 and you're dead last. It literally got hit 4 times
in the early stages. So an unexpected
development.
So, a clean break today, I would look for one of its better efforts. 2-1, it just wasn't as fun, So I picked it second.
Yeah.
Dylan, the suspense is killing us.
Yeah, I've always thought that Just Steel was going to be better at like 7 or a flat mile or a sprint. I never thought this horse was a real, 2-turn horse. I think he was just doing it on talent. I don't know if he's ready or whatnot, but he's probably just overall better than them if he comes back ready to roll. Because he's been up on this horse. He's not slow, he can be up there, and I don't think this is a fast pace. Like, I think it's just going to be muddled up. Because who's going to go? The one's going to try and go, but he's not. He's quick. He's got positional speed, but he's not like fast. I don't know who else is fast. The 7-ish, the 3 can be a little closer. The 7 is I don't really have anything strong in here. I thought the 5 was interesting. That horse ran against Wendelson last time, and he actually came home really nicely. And he has ran fast enough numbers at Oaklawn before. He ran against Invulnerable, and that pace they kind of collapsed. And he did have some traffic, and he was up near it at the beginning of the race. Last time they took off the front wraps, and he did actually run well. I thought, and this horse going to be a massive price. So I most likely winner for me would probably be the 2, because probably just classier than them, but the pace situation I don't quite know, so I can't sink my teeth into it. So I was Just Steel 5, 6, something like that. The 10 can be out there if Tyler gets aggressive. The 3 is going to be in there. I don't have a strong opinion in here, but if you want to use a bomb, I would the 5.
Yeah, it's that type of race. I wasn't so sure about the 2. I was interesting to hear your opinion about thinking it might be better as a 1-turn horse, and that might be the case. That race at Saratoga when it broke its maiden was really nice out of the 10 hole. It obviously had a lot of talent, so they got Derby fever, and it didn't disgrace itself in the Preakness. The Derby, you can always toss the Derby. The Arkansas Derby was good against Mystic Dan, who went on to win the Derby. So we'll see if it needs it, but why not?
He has like this move. He's got a good kick to him, I think. And I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch, and we'll see if Just Steel can start his new career for the coach and being an allowance race and being, well, it don't matter if you're 3 or 4, get the Lasix. We'll see if that moves it up a little bit too. All right. The next race is. Ooh, we got some stakes action now. We got race number 8. Marco, what is the name of this race? Is this a new race? What the hell is this? This is a fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up, going 2 turns.
Trivista. Okay, so I know Trivista is like a name of a street.
A Trivista is when 3 women get together in a shower at the gym.
Oh, and look who joins us.
Yeah,
Someone
like to hear that.
Are there golden showers included with that, or what is that?
I don't know much about golden showers. It's just
you sent me some stuff. Yes, you did. You know what that's all about. Come on.
Hey, I need to log off here, but I wanted to hijack the show for 15 seconds and tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
The 3 of you are incredibly hot. I was just watching you guys with my wife on YouTube. I put up the 10 as my rebel pick because I had a momentary brain lapse. My top pick 4 is 10-1, and I just wasn't thinking, and I grabbed the 10 off my wall. You see, I got all those saddle cloths behind me. You know, you've seen
I see that.
So I just wasn't thinking, and then I heard Dylan say it's scratched. I'm like, what do you mean it's scratched? I was like, oh fuck, I put the wrong number up. So my pick is Hypnus. I have Dream Tree. I did not have Hypnus at 16-1, but that horse has got a really impressive late kick and is going to be forward-ish. I don't think the horse is going to be 8 lengths out of it or anything. I think probably in maybe like the second flight, maybe like within 3 lengths or something. Great closing kick. So Hypnus is my pick in the Rebel.
Hypnus. What number is that? 4 you put up?
4.
It's the number I had on camera for the last hour.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so all right. Well, we're definitely going to dive into that in a few races. And so you're saying, so obviously you're liking on top. And
yeah.
All right.
That's my pick. But
what's the morning line? I don't have the morning line. What's the morning line on that one?
10.
10-1.
It's 10-1. Okay, so we're getting a decent price.
But more importantly than my Rebel pick is that
it broke its maiden. Holy shit! Did you say that? Yeah.
I don't remember if I said it,
but it's just it's a maiden breaker in the Rebel.
Yeah, out of a Grade 1 winner named Dream Tree, who was a Grade 1 winner at a -16th for Baffert back a few years back.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but more importantly than my Rebel pick, the 3 of you just look so incredibly hot on camera. The chemistry is just electric.
It's great chemistry, yeah.
Purely electric. Dylan, please don't do that. So anyway, it's getting late on the East Coast. It's way past my bedtime. Love your show. Rock and roll. Keep up the good work.
Can't wait for you to qualify for the NHC tomorrow. Woo!
Oh yeah, woo!
Good
guys. He left. He left us. Well, all right. So that was Justin. Justin likes a maiden breaker, a horse that just broke its maiden. Hey, you know what? I've seen crazier shit. Who was it? Valhall, the maiden. He had a buzzer though. That was the Arkansas Derby. Billy Patan, Dylan. That was back in 1999.
Wait.
Marco, you know the trainer.
Say who?
Billy Patan with Valhall, the maiden.
Oh yeah.
Was that Dallas Keene?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Arkansas Derby with a maiden.
And the jockey had a buzzer.
And he had a buzzer.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to dive into Justin couldn't stay for the Rebel coverage, but he gave us his pick, and we'll talk about his pick a little bit. Race 8 here, the Trivista. It's a name of a street Tom's told us about, and
it's the road. It's the road up the I don't know, right over there by Oaklawn, and it's like old houses. It looks like the original block where all the horse people probably used to live. Nicer, older houses, but I mean, you know how that goes.
Yeah,
they don't live there anymore. But
All right, so Dylan still has to ponder what he likes.
Oh yeah.
Marco and I both like the 11. The 11 is my backup. It's Marco's top pick. I actually went to the rail with Under the Palms, and I just I feel like this one, it did break its maiden here, so no secret at Oaklawn. Needed that. It ran incredible in that last race. Just missed, and I thought it was the best horse that day. It galloped out better. We'll see. Second off the layoff, I don't have much more to add. I'm going to go with Under the Palms at 12-1. Brian Hernandez Jr., Kenny McPeak. Marco, the 11 is an obvious pick. We've made a lot of money on it.
yeah, I'm a homer. I love this horse. I pick her every single time. She tried some stakes races last year. Didn't get them. I would love to see her get a stakes win, just to get her to black type or place here. I mean, I would like to see the win. I'm a homer. I love this horse. So
yeah, she likes to win, man. She's in great form. So
Doesn't have to be too far back because I don't think this race is going to have a fast pace. But Bejarano, the horse, she can stay close. I would just be I'm 2-5-11 in here. That's all I have marked down. I don't think it's going to be fast pace in here. So, and I'm all pace. I look at the pace of the race, and if it's going to be slow, I can't pick a closer. And if it's going to be fast, I can't pick anyone who's going to be near it.
So the 2 would the 2 be your top pick? Or you just like the 2, 5, and the 11 in any order?
No, I would say let's let's see, who do I want to stamp my name to? The 5.
The 5. So we'll go 5.
Let's do 5. Let's do 5-2.
5-2 for Dylan here. All right, and that makes perfect sense. In your opinion, the pace is going to be subpar, and the 5 might be able to get the lead here with Pratt's in the irons.
It's like
that helps.
If the 11 was drawn inside, she would be my top.
Yeah, I do like man, and Just My Heels is just we love that horse. I was just looking for a price and throw the 1 underneath at the very least. I think it's going to run even faster this time around. All right. So that's what we have there. Let's move on to some fireworks now. We have the Honeybee. Last year, the Honeybee broke our heart. We had Carl Broberg on. We all picked Tappet Janalee and a maiden that hasn't won since for Dwayne Lucas won the race. What's the name of that horse again, Marco?
Lemon Muffin.
Lemon Muffin. Yeah.
oh yeah,
That horse hasn't won since. That horse hasn't won since, and it broke my heart that day because I would have hit everything for probably tens of thousands of dollars. So that sucks. But anyway, this race here is kind of like, do you want the favorite? Is the favorite going to blow everybody away, or do you want to think outside of the box? Well, Dylan's not going to think outside of the box. He thinks the 1 is going to crush this field. I am going with his backup pick on top, Necessity. Now, Necessity should have broken her maiden in her dirt debut. It was just one of the most god-awful starts you will ever see in your life. And then the next race, he just, won really easy. But let me show you the replay of the start of the race for Necessity, the 11 here.
Isn't that the close of the race is like,
We're
what the
ready to
hell
go.
was that? How does she so fast?
And they're off. Necessity bobbled badly at the start.
What is that?
And Ramon
That's like
Vasquez
me
did a
trying to
great
walk.
job just to stay on, but just hopelessly last.
But that was awful. And then if you want to look at the
necessity, who's top of the stretch, Queen
she's
Jubilee,
dead last.
and on the outside,
Yeah,
Legal
she's not even
Empress.
in the picture.
Legal
You don't even
Empress with
see
a
her
head in
till the
front of
end.
Queen
Look,
Jubilee.
way over here.
To the task. Legal
That's
Empress starts to
insane.
inch
She's
away.
not even
Queen
hardly in the
Jubilee
picture.
Fighting,
And these
though.
horses didn't
She's
stop.
coming
They
back
were
from the
against the grain.
inside.
She's
Legal
against the
Empress
grain.
asked to
These
finish.
were 1,
A
2,
neck
3
in
all the
front.
way
Queen
around.
Jubilee is as game as the day is long on the rail. Legal Empress, Queen Jubilee, head and head. Look at Queen Jubilee fighting tenaciously.
And you'll
Legal
see her
Empress
come
still with a head
right
in front, and Legal
there.
Empress
Boom.
wins it. Legal Empress out finishing Queen Jubilee, who ran her heart out in second.
So,
Poppyland
and there
was
she is
third,
galloping out.
and Necessity came from well behind and galloped out huge. Look for her next time.
And we did look for her next time, and she won next time. And she needs to run a little faster today, but
Yeah.
man, she's she's 20-1. I'm gonna take a stab. I think she's in good form. Obviously, that you could just wipe out the start, and then she won with ease last time against the easier field. So
She
now-
never looked like a loser last
Right.
time. She
So,
never.
now let's just run a little quicker and blow up the tote board. Dylan, the one, I get it. I mean, this thing is a grade 2 winner. It's 3 for 3. It's won by daylight. It's fast as hell.
Yeah, they're gonna have to run. I mean, this horse, it's coming off 2 months, but she looked pretty nice last time. She can go quick. She's God. Brad Cox has how many freaking undefeated 3-year-old fillies? Like the horse who won the juvenile immersive, that Good Cheer. This horse, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, and just so you know, Brad Cox was 0 for 29 at this meet at one point.
That's awesome.
And now he's 7 for his last whatever. So he's winning now.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be, the 13 is going to get bet. Ran a fast number last time, but that's a 1-turn mile at Gulfstream. And just this horse is going to be super wide. I don't see a ton of really fast horses in here. The 9's quick. The 9 ran well last time. I didn't want to like this horse, but this horse is probably actually pretty good. This 9.
Yeah, it looks pretty decent.
But the 5 has got a good kick, but is usually, I don't think it has to be that far back, but is always in really fast paced races, and that's why the horse is just way at the back. And Dylan Davis is always like asking her to keep up, but they just go really fast. So
hopefully Dylan Davis gets a freaking grip on that shit.
The horse only has 4 works. The horse only has 4 works. Maybe working somewhere else, but this might be a starting point. They need to get something, and then next time if they don't run well, they don't make the Oaks, but they're gonna need to run pretty damn fast to keep up with the 1.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. We'll see how that shakes out. Undefeated filly with some big numbers there. It's going to have to show that it likes the Oaklawn surface, and we'll find that out. We know Necessity does, but she's a little bit slower. But these are all young, developing 3-year-old fillies in February. Anybody can pop up like we saw at Lemon Muffin last year. Marco, your top pick is my backup pick here. Quick kick that Dylan talked a little bit about. You want to add to this one a little bit?
Well, I don't want to see her 12 lengths out of it, that's for sure. But she ran second to Immersive, 2 back, going a route. I mean, that horse is pretty good. So stay a little bit closer is the key to this race. Yeah, like if you're going to be way out of it, then I don't think you're going to catch the Dylan's horse, because that horse is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's definitely the one to beat. It's 7-5. Dylan, how would you bet this race to get the maximum value? Are you looking at doubles? Are you looking at a big, huge exacta try?
Not a double, because I don't like anything in the race prior, and the next race I don't have a strong opinion. So if I was going to bet, I would need to see what the exacta probables would be. And I would maybe like a 1-5 or something like that. Or a 1-2. See what the 1-2's paying for sure.
Yeah, that's going to pay good.
If that's paying good, I will. I'll be investing some of my OnlyFans money, and yeah.
Yeah.
OnlyFans. Oh man, I heard somebody watch his feet on there or something like that. Maybe I should put my feet on there.
Justin washes his feet on OnlyFans.
That's hilarious. Oh man! All right, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if the heavy favorite for Brad Cox wins off the short little layoff here. Not too big of a layoff, but
Are you guys playing in the Rebel thing tomorrow?
I was thinking about it.
Oh yeah,
I didn't qualify for it on the feeders. I'll have to pay $500.
Let's go on stream and let's make us some money.
Maybe we'll do a stream play.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of fun.
Race 10 is the Razorback. It's a precursor for the Oaklawn Handicap, which is usually a good race for older horses. This has a lot of familiar names that we kind of know. Croupie's in here. A little bit out of form lately. Banishing. I really love. This is a head scratcher for me. Has been successful routing before, but is much better sprinting. And I wanted to see this one in the Count Fleet and then later on in all the sprint division races and Breeders' Cup Sprint maybe later on in the year. It's 2 for 2 at Oaklawn, and both of those races were sprints and just crushed good fields, beat Tejano's Twist like a drum and beat Wendelson like a drum. And now you're running in a 2-turn race. I don't know. First Mission, that's where I landed. This horse burned me in the Pegasus. That was a bad pick back in 24. But I went here. It has the wrong race. It has the Oaklawn race under its belt. So I feel like maybe it's coming into this race in similar fashion. It did get a race under its belt in the Pegasus that was bad before that race. This time it's just coming in fresh, but it's got a nice work tab down in Louisiana at Fairgrounds, coming in and getting ready for this. And maybe Brad Cox has a big day, hammers this double, but if you can run that same race as you did in the Essex last year, you're looking at possibly winning again this year. It's lightly raced, 5 wins and 10 starts. I'm looking for its best performance, and it should be close to the pace. Doesn't need the lead, but it can take the lead. So it's versatile in that regard. And Giroux, whatever, Frenchie, he knows the animal pretty well, has a couple of wins on it. So that's where I landed. Marco, you landed there too. What else did you like about First Mission?
Pretty much everything you just said. The horse is really good. I actually don't like Frenchie. But the horse, the guy can ride a little bit and has rode him before. So I think the horse is going to be bet a little bit down. I don't think even we're going to get 5-1, to be honest with you.
Really? I think we're going to get it.
No way. What are you on?
No?
I think the 3 is going to go off as a favorite.
All right, fine. Too much class relief here, and people are just going to bet the class and
especially. If the horse is live, there's zero.
Well, I guess that'll tell us, right? If it's live, we kind of want it to be 7-2, right?
Yeah, I'm against.
All right, you're against it.
Yeah, I don't know how exactly. I just don't know how good he's ran good numbers. I don't know. You got a very fast pace setup in the slop.
Okay.
Ran fast number. I thought, that was a good race here in Oaklawn. I feel like he's better a little longer. Even though he's 4-4 to mile and a 16th, but those mile and a 16th wins were versus weaker. I thought he was shit at Churchill. He was shit at Whitney. At Saratoga.
Arthur's ride was it was everybody's radar in the classic and ran a dud, but was really good.
Yeah. If the horse, the horse is just going to get really bad. And he could win, but I don't know.
I don't like to hear that. God, dog, it's going to get bad. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's. I think they're going to be a little. The 4's in good form. I thought the 5's last race. I thought the horse. Maybe it was the long stretch where he just got weak because I thought the mile on the 16th would be good for this horse, but he did run still a fast number. But I thought he was not a cinch, and I really liked him last time because I want to see him go shorter than a mile and an eighth, a mile and a quarter in these races because he has a good move. I think the long stretch didn't work for him, and I feel like this is a mile and 16th, right?
Yeah.
I feel like in a mile 16th will be short stretch and should be saving ground. I think will be better. I have a crazy one that I don't know. The horse could.
Well, I want to say one quick thing. Skinner, that wasn't the slop, and look at that drill down there at Fairgrounds, and the race 2 back at Del Mar was pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. So getting back on a fast strip with that work, and Jose Ortiz in the irons again wants to ride it. Now you got my ears perked up. What's your crazy bomb if it gets in at 14?
The 14. I hate the post.
I got trip notes on this horse both times. I bet it when it won and the tinsel, and I came back for more, and it got all messed up on the backstretch there.
Yeah, he was against the grain. That win at a mile and an eighth, that was a fast pace, and he was up close to it.
Right.
Everybody else closed in there, so I think that was a really. I thought that was a really good race. And last time we had trouble. The horse, hopefully he gets out there and kind of gets aggressive because the 12, the 13 are not fast. The 11's not fast. The 10 can be, but I think he can get over. But I'm interested. I might have to. How really good is this 2 horse? I mean, really good. Mile and an eighth. The horse just could be sharp and. This is the time to bet it. I got to look at the odds and I'll see. I might bet in here. I'm not sure.
If Seize the Night gets in, he will definitely be added on my first 100% because.
Are these? Oh, they don't just run 14.
No, I think they do for the Rebel. But
how come they didn't have like also eligibles down?
Oh, wait a minute! Time out. Are they? Is this horse in for the stake? It is in, Marco. There's no AE here.
Oh no!
AE.
Oh, I thought just for the Rebel they're doing it. So this horse is going to get in.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh shit.
Like,
okay.
Wait, this horse also.
That's right. Okay. I thought just for the Rebel because the Rebel's a big field too. This is a horse that definitely needs to be included, and I kind of dismissed it just because I didn't think it was going to get in the race. But there's no also eligible list in this race. The trip notes are there. If it gets a clean trip, it's a beautiful, nice horse, and I like the way it moves. And that win 2 back was impressive. So 100% banishing, man. I don't know, man. I think it's optimum. How do you go from those races sprinting? I mean, it has routed successfully, but it's also thrown in some whatever races routing. Maybe it's just a better horse now and it loves Oaklawn.
Yeah. Just really good horse, gonna save ground. Pratt's really good. The horse is sharp. And
Pratt's in the iron, so
the horse can kick. It's
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it runs. I really struggled with this race, and now knowing that the other 2 are in, Seize the Night is one. This is going to be a good trifecta race. I don't feel so good about a low-priced first mission, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
I wonder who Steve-O's going to pick in the Rebel.
Oh, boy. All right, buddy. Go play your dinosaurs. Okay. The Rebel. Here we are, guys. This is what everybody's been waiting for. And, I was in Houston for the tournament. I had a dime win bet on Sandman. And Sandman got racked out of the gate. That was a weird race. The winner ran impressively because it, had to wire that field. And that race has come back tough. Where they all ran down there at Remington, but I landed on a bomb publisher, and let's watch a replay of the Rebel, or the Southwest, excuse me. And we know what happened to Sandman. It was pretty bad, but pay attention to Publisher here, who is in the 2 hole. And then I want you to watch what happens to him in the stretch. We're going to watch the entire race. Sandman's in the 6, I believe, the gray, and then Publisher's in the 2.
And Leroff in the Southwest, and a terrible beginning for Sandman. He stumbled badly at the break, and Sandman is well out of it early. That's going to cost him. Speed King on the lead today. He's trying to get over from the far outside post. Gaming has to steady hard behind horses into the first turn run. So not a good go for Sandman or Gaming. The second and third choices in the wagering. Patch Adams, in the meantime, he's third last. So the 3 horses that have supported in the wagering are second to last, third last, approaching the backstretch run. Speed King is the leader here. Speed King onto the backstretch. A half length in front. Bontemps second. American Promise tugging a little bit on the outside, claiming second from his stablemate Bontemps. Gap of 3 to Monet's Magic. Tistastic to the outside. Publisher the Maiden is right behind them. Patch Adams patiently ridden third last. He's probably about 8 or 9
Pay
lengths
attention to
behind
Publisher
here,
on the
then
rail
Gaming
down the
and
stretch.
Sandman as they go towards the 4-turn run. The leader, Speed King, on a hold. American Promise, though, he's turning up the pressure, and these 2 hook up into the 4-turn run, and they soar away from the rest of the group. Those 2 are 6 lengths clear of Bontemps, who's bowing out in the 3rd position. Patch Adams is getting going now. He's into the 4th position, and Sandman is following him. Sandman making a run now, but still has a lot of work to do as they come to the top of the lane. Speed King, Rafael Bejarano, putting away American Promise. And Speed King says, come and catch me if you can. Speed King down the lane with a 3-length lead. Look at Sandman after the bad break. He's run a tenacious race. And Patch Adams, they're moving after Speed King. Speed King, 16th to go. He's 2 ahead. Sandman trying to get him. Speed King holding on. Sandman trying to dive after him. But it's going to be Speed King. Speed King all the way. And a superb effort. He took him all the way.
Did you guys? So
Sandman, he also ran
obviously,
well.
Sandman, you know, he was super wide all the way out. Horrible start. Everybody knows about it. Everybody's talking about it. I think he's the best horse in the race. However, the 2 Publishers run pretty fast himself, and I get a huge jock upgrade. I want you to pay attention to the rail one more time on the with the 2 here. I'm moving in tandem, kind of like with Sandman here, and I feel like the 2 Publisher on the rail here kind of runs even with him here. And look, just steadies badly. The 8 really hip checked him there, and he's done now. The race is over, and Sandman finishes up well after the bad start and being wide and ran a winning race. But point being, Sandman's 4-1 morning line. I like Sandman a lot. I'm picking him second. I had him on top for weeks. I even told everybody I'm hammering him in the Rebel. But I'm looking at Publisher, and I'm getting a big jock upgrade from the Asmussen boys or Eric Asmussen to Flavion Pratt.
That's 7 lengths.
And he ran super quick 2 back. You know, and that race
Easy.
that race there at 53-1. I mean, that was a monster race. Not only what happened in the lane, but the break was almost as bad. Not quite, but almost as bad as Sandman's break. So a lot of problems there, and 20-1 compared to maybe 3-1 on Sandman. I don't know. I don't think Publisher Pratt's going to be 20-1, but I'm gonna take Sandman.
Isn't Sandman going to be 2-1? I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sandman's going to be half his odds.
Oh yeah,
half his odds, and I mean,
he ran that's an insane race, and he's fast. I mean,
I like him a lot too. Don't get me wrong. The race 2 back was visually just unbelievable. In that race there, to even do what he did, not only the start, but just being way freaking wide, way to hell back there, just
a little bumping going on the stretch too.
Yeah, just a nightmare. And I'm going to do a big 3-6 exacta. I don't know. It's going to be a monster. So that's where I'm at there. Marco, you want to add anything with Sandman?
No, I don't need to add anything. That horse is going to be my single. So
He broke my heart. He broke my heart in Houston.
My whole day is going to be revolved around Sandman winning.
Yeah, I think listen, everybody, I don't know. I think a lot of people are picking him, or everybody knows about that trip. Nobody's talking about Publisher's Trip, and I like that. Maybe we're going to shed some light on it, but we'll see if Pratt can move that one up. Now, the 8 is Dylan's other pick here, Innovator for Dwayne Lucas. We know about this one. This is the classic Oxbow in the Preakness. We're going to try and steal it type deal.
Yeah, I mean, they might go quick in here. My hope is they just let this guy go. He couldn't get the distance last time, blah, blah, blah. But he ran pretty damn well. I thought it was a fast-paced race.
It was.
You know, he showed that he could get this mile on the 16th. This is a shorter stretch. If they have concerns about the 9, who is insanely fast sprinting, like finishing times really good. If they're concerned about the distance, maybe they try to take a grab and see if they can finish. Same with the 7. And maybe, Bejarano doesn't clear and the 8 does, and this horse sits off him. Not a ton. I just picked this one as a price if this scenario could happen, but yeah, I think it's Sandman's race to lose. Interesting they bring this Baffert horse out here. I actually thought he would run really well last time. I don't know if he wants to go this far, but they're sticking to it. They could have stayed in California, but he has other horses there. Yeah, I don't know. It's a Sandman. I don't quite know what to do underneath, so I don't like the 2 has ran some fast numbers, but I don't know if I'll be betting exactas or anything in this race.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a 3-6 box. Marco, we got word that the 10's out, so make note of that, guys. Speed King, I want to mention him. He ran in that Springboard Mile. That race came back really good. Cold Battle, who I picked in the Southwest is in here. Or not Southwest, what's the race before the Southwest?
Smarty Jones.
The Smarty Jones. I picked him in the Smarty Jones that day, and he ended up wiring the field, which I didn't think he was going to do. He can do different types of tactics. But Speed King really showed me a lot in that race. But I just feel like, man, we just saw that replay of the horse that I'm putting on top, and then Sandman. I mean, is this horse going to beat off the other speed and then hope those 2 horses get banged around at the start and bump horses in the lane? I mean, that's kind of like what you're going to need again, right?
Yeah.
So I'm against Speed King this time. Marco, the 13 Tistastic is one that you kind of like. And again, you're going from the Asmussen Jock to Jose Ortiz.
And this one was in that race, finished behind Sandman, ran pretty good. And I think, at least I hope, there's going to be some more pace meltdown with some other fast horses in here. Cause what's that horse? Speed King, that horse is going to go. And there's a couple of other ones that are pretty quick in here. So that, Speed King's not going to have the lead like that.
Right.
Or very easily, I don't think. He's going to have some pressure. So if if Sandman's out of this race, I will be putting the 13 on top.
Wow. Interesting.
But I don't like this. I don't like the exacta per se, but this is basically like if Sandman's out, this would be my horse.
It looks like this one had some traffic issues in there too, where I was paying attention to my horse, and then of course Sandman. This one, I don't know, says tight down the stretch there. I don't know, but just a weird race. Speed King. I'm with you guys on Speed King. I think Speed King is a candidate to run off the board this time. There's a couple in here that probably don't belong. Hot Gunner, did win a race at Houston. But yeah, it's going to be a fun race. Let's talk about Justin's horse. He came on.
Yeah, I do.
earlier.
I gotta. Dinner's been waiting for me. Could I give my last?
Yes,
my
yes, you
pick?
can.
Sorry, I don't mean to run. Sorry, I just.
No, that's okay. We have one race left, and you gave us the 3 and the 5 in the last race.
Yeah, I'll talk about the 3. So yeah, that which yeah, cutting class. So in that race, there was a horse who was I think 1 to 5 in that race.
Yep.
And that horse was even or 1 to 5 in the morning line or whatever it was. No, this horse was 15 to 1 on the morning line. Nobody got bet below their morning line besides this horse. So someone like this. This was not his fault that he was off away slow. He got bumped. It was just a bad break. He was moving really nice around the far turn, and he engaged he had traffic, and the jock just kind of eased up on him. So there is run in this horse. He only had 6 works before his race, and now he's got 3 more since then. I like it's tough to say like, oh, it looks he had good works. You don't know. They could be fucking whipped for all you know to get these times. But look at he is getting quicker times since his last race. So I think this horse is going to be super live. Jose, they want Jose for this horse. They don't, they got somebody good. So these are Arkansas breds. Anything can happen. But I think this horse is probably going to show more pace in here, and I'm going to be keying a lot of stuff around this horse. So
yeah, and it's funny you mentioned this one because I think Marco, you picked this horse on top as well when I saw the picks, or maybe I'm wrong.
I did.
Oh,
I did. I actually watched that replay as well, and his break wasn't just his fault. Like he's probably better. But anyways, yeah, I gotta run. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Dylan. Thanks for joining in.
I'll do some shit tomorrow for sure.
Sweet. I'll get a hold of you.
Nice.
We'll do some live action.
Good stuff.
Talk to you guys
later.
Marco, let's go back to the Rebel real quick before we talk about the nightcap. So we watched that replay. Let me go. All right, so Hypnus, we talked about this a little bit. This is Justin's pick, and he mentions the breeding of the animal. So you got Kenny McPeak, no stranger, Brian Hernandez to winning, big races. This horse is nominated to the Triple Crown. It won on debut routing in the slop, which is hard to do. It's hard to win a route race right out of the gate. So you got that. This horse is bred royally. He already talked about it. Dream Tree. Here you go. Multiple stakes winner, won, the grade 1 Starlet, and, something went awry. Only a 7-time starter with 5 wins, but a really nice broodmare in her own right. And so this one's bred to be precocious right off the bat. At one first time asking routing, that's hard to do, and Justin likes it. So at 10 to 1, another horse that you guys might want to throw underneath. I gave you. Too. Yeah, 10 to 1. You might get an overlay. I mean, this is a crazy field. This is a pretty good field. I mean, Sandman's going to get bet. Now, Tom mentions, where's the comments? He goes, Sandman, half his 4 to 1 odds in a 14-horse field with Baffert, Mr. Rebel, shipping in. Well, yeah, Baffert has done really well at Oaklawn in the past, shipping in. Not so much in the last year or so, but he's won a lot of 3-year-old prep races here. I get that. And then you throw in all the other horses. But yeah, Sandman, I think, is that good. We talked about, that last race in depth, and we showed you the replay. The race kind of sets up, and he's going to be there. For me, I'm just super excited about the 6 here with Pratt.
Yeah.
I mean, on the rail, that rail move at 50 to 1 in the Southwest, if he doesn't get checked there, I mean, he's hitting the board. He's running a big race there. And if he doesn't get pinballed out of there, out of the gate, along with that, or bobble, whatever happened, including that getting cut off on the rail. I mean, how big does Publisher run in this race, in the Southwest? I mean, so I could see him moving up big time here with Pratt. So 20-1. I was all set to pick Sandman, but they looked to me like they were moving in tandem back there, and it was going to be a race to the finish. And Publisher lost all shots, so all chance. So I'm landing here strictly because of the odds. I'm going to get double digits, and Sandman's going to be 5-2.
Yeah,
That's why I did it.
The race sets up for Sandman even better so than it did in the Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sticking with it, and like I said, I will be singling Sandman, taking a stand with the horse for the pick 5.
And Sandman's one of those $1 million purchases where it looks like it's probably going to pan out. You know, it's looking that way. This one, I mean, how many times do you see these horses for 7 figures and they just don't do anything, you know? But I've been seeing a few of them. Lucas won with a filly earlier in the meet, making its 4-year-old debut, and it won. Remember we had it. They spent $1 million. I forgot the name of the filly already, but it won. They paid $1 million for that one. This one here, 1.2 million. So we'll see what happens here with Sandman, and of course Publisher. It's going to be a fun race. 14-horse field. The last race we touched on it a little bit. You and Dylan are thinking the same thing here with the 3. I'm interested to hear what you liked about Cutting Class.
Go watch the replay of this horse.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's going to give you a better indicator.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's see. Where the hell are we? We're the 4. Let's see what happened here.
1-5 for number 8. Getting by. PI goes in. We're ready to go.
Number 4. Okay.
And,
boom,
Lyra
boom, boom.
Butch
Oh, you get
was
sandwiched.
late part of
Oh,
the
and then you
night
check
towards the
badly.
start and having to take
And
up
he was
the
just-
Cutting Class and
yeah,
one of the
way
riders
Wow,
behind
that was
him.
terrible. He almost
Really
lost his
liked his
irons.
jockey, but the feeder back in the stirrups there.
Oh,
Now
he said
Viney
it.
takes up on the inside. So a number of horses with some trouble in the early stages, the first furlong or so. There's a battle on the lead here. AP Ruley in the 3 path. 2-2-22 is with him. He's going to ease off. Captain Amazing moves through on the inside to claim second and come and challenge that leader. Go, go, row, row. Now it joined third with 2-2-22. Getting by. The heavy favorite. Getting closer on the inside, claiming the third position.
wow.
Out to
Now you're
down to
dead
the 2
last.
path. As the leader, AP Ruley, scoots away
Okay,
to
there
a
you go,
4-length
making a
edge. We
move.
come back to Dawn Strategy, PI. They're moving as a pair. Denali Lightning under pressure right behind them. Then comes Viney. Butch is trying to get into the race, but has a lot of ground to make up as they come to the top of the lane here. Out on the lead,
Where the
AP
hell are
Ruley
you?
still
Oh.
clear. Margins about 3. Getting by. Ramon Vasquez all over him
Can't
to
really
get
see
going.
much.
He's making up ground
Yeah.
now. Getting by in the final furlong, and Getting by's rolling. Getting by.
Yeah,
Getting
that was
by
pretty
AP
significant. I
Ruley
think
in
it
the
lost all
blink of an
shot.
eye.
And that was
Obviously.
the first race.
By a nice Petrov colt
Mhm.
here coming to the line to win it stylishly.
So I
by
mean,
about
you
5.
can't really
Second
gauge
will be Ruley,
anything
then Dawn Strategy, and
on this
There it is.
horse.
It finished up pretty good at the very end. And, you know, it not only got pinballed and relegated, you know, out of there last, it actually clipped heels. And the jockey, you heard Dieterman said he lost his irons, and then he got his feet back in the stirrup. So that was just a disaster. So I see what you're looking at there. All right. So
Yeah,
you
that
and
was-
Dylan like that one. And look, it has every opportunity to move forward off of that. It's just an ugly race. So you draw a line through it. These are Arkansas breds. They can all wake up. John Ortiz hasn't gotten going yet, but he's
No, and,
won.
you know, the
He's won
horse
big races.
And the horse is working better since that race, or put together a couple nice works since then.
Yep, I see that.
I'm definitely going to give this horse another try.
No, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. I went to the 9. It's a Hartman runner. It was way out in the 12 hole last time. We move in a little bit to the 9. We showed some good speed, fade. Usually these horses that show a little bit of zip and get a little bit tired, they keep going next time a little bit further. And, you know, nothing exciting, but Bacon. I call him Bason, but Bacon, a 5-pound bug's been having a good meet. And I don't know. I thought that was a decent debut there. Pressed hard, looked like he was going to fade out, but he re-rallied really nice and ran a nice race. I'm going to show you the replay of Tiz Marcus here, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
We're
it
ready
was
to go.
kind of
the finale on Southwest Day 2025.
We're in the 13. We're number 13 here.
And we're off. Lake of Fire missed the break, spotted the field about 6 or 7.
So you see me there in the white.
On the lead today is a narrow lead on Big Country Boy. Tiz Marcus strides in third on the outside.
Now these are Arkansas breds, and they're going to go 22. And I'm pressing 3 wide.
The top 3 in a single file line here. Across the track horizontally. Bote in the 4th position, 4 lengths off the lead now. Miracle Mac is right behind him, approaching the forward turn run.
22-1. That's quick for Arkansas breds.
They go into the turn. Then Paramount
Maidens.
Check, Little Randy dropping back already. My Russian is 3rd last. The Gray Devils Fork 2nd to last. And Lake of Fire after the slow start is last. Around the far
now right here, don't you think this horse is going to fade off into oblivion and maybe finish 8th?
Hard ride in the 2nd position and
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Caught up to the field.
Look, but it re-rallies here.
Paramount Paycheck at 28-1 to challenge $2 Eddie on the lead.
And it catches the 5.
Right behind them in third. Paramount Paycheck going to the front. $2 Eddie could not keep up. And Paramount Paycheck is pulling clear, is going to get a good paycheck today in this Arkansas bred maiden special weight.
Or almost catches the 5.
Paramount Paycheck, a 3.5 length winner.
I thought that was a good race.
Tiz Marcus third. Time and
wide 22-1. I mean, for these Arkansas breds, and getting scrubbed on at from the 3/8 to the quarter. Looks like it's going to fade off into oblivion, maybe finish, I don't know, 8th or 9th, and it comes back and almost gets 2nd. So, a race under your belt. Let's go, baby. Let's break out. Hopefully we can break out on top. That 10's got some speed on the outside, but
yeah, that's the horse that was chasing that won the 5 horse, whatever, Burl McBride's horse. And still not getting much respect.
Getting by. That was a nice race. That's your backup pick. Yeah, the Burl McBride runner, here it is at 1, right off the bench, 1 by 5. And I don't know. I was like, how the hell is this horse this low of a price? But it ran like it. And the 10 makes sense, I guess. Second try out here. But this is, these Arkansas bred races, anything can happen. These things get blown up. But I think the 9 ran a really good race and has every right to move forward off the second race.
As Tom was commenting down there, make sure you get your price.
What's to Dylan and Marco going with the 0 for 54 at all tracks in 2025? John Ortiz, but John Ortiz has won stake races before. What is wrong with John Ortiz, Marco, this year?
I don't know,
because he won he won some big races here in the last couple of years, and we keep saying he's going to snap out of it. But man, he's had like Tom said, just a bad year.
Horrible. And I mean, man, you might get more than 20-1 on Cutting Class.
Well, it's so ugly. It's muddied up so bad. Anybody that doesn't do research, and the replay was pretty incredible to see that.
Yeah, you're like.
Well, look what it says. Look what it says. It says step slow and traffic at the quarter pole. That's what the comments are. You don't mention that it gets pinball and it clips heels and the jockey it loses his irons.
I know. Well, that's what prompted me to watch that replay. I was like, wait a second, let me see this thing.
I'm with you on that one. I like the 3-9 for me. The exacta is going to make a lot of sense for me. Even if the 3 doesn't win, like Tom says, run second, go 9-3. I'll take 9-3.
It's just ugly. Looks ugly, and there's going to be a lot of money in the pool. So like. If you have a sharp players, they're like, I'm going to bet on this race. There's going to be enough money in this pools that it ain't going to like persuade like in Houston, $100 bet, you're 1 to 5.
Yeah. but this is an interesting find for you guys. I watch a lot of replays. I will admit I did not watch this replay. I did not watch that replay. So it's good to see that you guys picked this horse and found that, and it opened up my eyes. And 20-1. We'll see. You got Jose Ortiz now, so let's go, baby.
Yeah, I can't wait. When I wake up tomorrow, the whole mood's going to change. It's going to be nice. The weather's going to break a little bit better. I think we're supposed to be, in the 50s.
Yeah.
Mid 50s, sunny. It's just going to be a good race day, and I can't wait for coffee in the morning and head to the track.
Yeah, we got an early post tomorrow.
Church first, but after church, then we go.
Yeah, me too. We got an early post 30 minutes earlier for the big card. High noon, first race at high noon. That's a race that I like. I personally like. I like a lot of the races on the card, and I'll be playing. I'll be playing all of them. You want to get the little guy to give us a let's cash some tickets?
Yeah, hold on a second.
We like to end our show with let's cash some tickets. We're going to have the little guy belt it out. I hope you guys got some good value out of this.
People, let's cash some tickets.
All right. That's what we want to do, baby. All right.
I'm beating a pussy.
Yeah, he likes to beat me up. Yeah, every time I go over there, he punches me, throws stuff at me. Nice job, buddy. But anyway, yeah, we got the let's cash some tickets in. And guys, yeah, like and subscribe if you guys like this content. We keep bringing it to you guys, and let's keep it going. Tom's got, I'll say it again, Asmussen made his horse in the lock of the week. All right. You know what? For shits and giggles, I didn't see that. Let's look at Asmussen's horse in the first race real quick. Just real quick. Because I like the 8 a lot, and I have a trip note on the 8. No one's going to talk me off of Crisis Manager, I can tell you that much. Asmussen's horse is Clever Again. Wow. So he likes a horse that ran a year ago sprinting. Now it's going to route. If it was a short stretch in a mile, maybe. But man, if he's saying it's his lock of the day, I guess you gotta listen to it. So Clever Again. Duly noted, Tom. All right, Marco, I'm going to head out. I'm going to see what's going on in that Laker-Denver game. It's probably almost over.
Okay.
But let's I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining in, everybody.
Sounds good. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.